another twin talk. The amount of stuff that we have to recap on, because it's been since like the beginning of the summer since we've did one of these.
Yeah, there's so much to catch up on, so much to go over.
So much internet tea, so many new things arising, so many things that we've experienced in these past couple of months.
Yeah.
Like, it has been crazy.
It's been a crazy summer.
Literally, I like blinked, and in a week we start school. Like, that should not be legal. That should not be legal. It's our last year, so.
That's crazy to think about. That is real. Hold on. I'm literally, y'all, this is literally almost gone.
So, if you guys don't know how our twin talks work, essentially we do a poll on Instagram and invite you guys all to just ask literally anything. Opinions you want, advice, hot topics, any questions you have about us, about just in general, about what's going on, about the world, about life. And yeah, so that's pretty much what we do, is we come on here and answer them. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of just like a debrief. Almost. It should feel like a FaceTime call where we just like are literally chatting and y'all are like asking us these questions, and like, I don't know, it's kind of nice too, because I've seen people do stuff like this, and like people ask questions that like I even wouldn't think about, but I'm getting all these answers and we're getting to chat and we're getting to catch up. I feel like we also make a little disclaimer that we don't try and double back on questions we've already answered in previous twin talks. It's just based on our own personal experiences and opinions, so don't take it to heart if you don't feel the same way. It's really up to your own perception. So with that being said, let's get into it.
I burnt my tongue yesterday and it literally hurt so bad on that damn piece of broccoli. I know I saw some juicy questions.
I feel like we have to start out with the redhead from New York.
Oh, you're starting off like that?
Yeah, just that type of drama, right? I feel like it's a good place to start. All that drama with Hallie Kate and her boyfriend, and her 3-part series of her allegedly getting canceled off of a girl she met 3 times. I don't know. I feel like y'all have seen it and it's interesting. How do you feel?
I'm just saying, if some girl, like, the fact that this happened over a year ago and now the redhead has made a video about it, first of all, that would piss me off. Second of all, the fact that, is it Hallie or Haley?
I think it's Hallie.
Hallie is literally dating that guy again now. And now she's talking about, he was so nice, like he was so, oh, I'd be pissed.
Talking about how he kissed her, how he grabbed her.
25 to life.
Yeah.
25 to life. I'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed.
Let alone to bring that up now and again why they're dating. That just would piss me off.
I feel like everyone kind of has their own opinions, like if you've seen her content on their relationship, but like all that aside, she is still with that man. And you chose to keep this private and how you felt about it for an entire year until you felt like, oh, now's my time to shine. But then a podcast clip came out where their dynamic looked off. Every relationship's different. You can't perceive a whole relationship off of one clip. Like I said, we kind of have our own testimonies about, you know, their relationship, but nonetheless, that is just not okay on so many levels.
And it literally to like live in one of the biggest cities where you can literally, there's so many different people you can meet there, and you decide to DM the one guy that like would essentially be like off limits. Like, I'm sorry, if I'm out just in general and I like, let's say I meet a girl in the bathroom and she's like, oh, I think this guy is really cute. We come out of the bathroom, she points him out, he's immediately off limits, and I'm not even like friends with her. That's just that. Like, I just could not imagine, let alone like being co-workers with somebody and going after their ex. Or just like,
especially being in like one of the biggest cities, like that. It's so icky on so many levels. Like, you did not have to pick him. Like, that is like, no guy is worth that, and no way you're gonna put me, like, no way I'm gonna force myself to be on the top of somebody else's list. Like, I should just be number 1, point blank, period. Like, the DM asking to go on a date is like crazy. I don't know. Let us know how y'all feel about that in the comments, because I just been seeing it everywhere and I'm like, girl, not all clout and drama is good drama, and not all attention is good attention. Like, period. That's just not it.
But that's just our takes. Somebody asked, was this your favorite summer?
Honestly, yeah.
I would
Like,
say
yeah. I feel like I just had to like reflect on it because I'm like, damn, we really did
We
so
did
much.
so much.
But yes.
I will say the one thing, like, as much as we did so much, I think I would have liked to have a little bit more time to, like, actually relax. But past that, like, I couldn't have asked for anything else. Like, it was so much fun. We did so much traveling, got to experience and meet so many new people. Like, it was insane, and I was not expecting it. So honestly, yeah, it was a fun ass fucking summer.
It was so insane. 20 is going to be really hard to beat. It was such an eventful year that gave us so many opportunities, like just across the board. Like it kind of set a precedent for like adulthood and like I guess our 20s now. So I'm like, I have a really high expectation for like not only myself but like what I'm willing to do and experience this year, because 20 was just that good.
Yeah, no, this year, hopefully this year is about to be insane. It's about to be insane.
Somebody said, talk about Love Island, the reunion, and kind of your opinion on this season.
This season was messy, and if you watch Love Island, honestly, you didn't even have to watch it to know that it was messy. I think this was personally Love Island USA's best season yet.
Oh yeah.
It's just everybody had so much personality. You had so many like different characters coming in, and just like obviously the drama was crazy. But as far as the reunion goes, I was a little let down. Like I think there's only one episode, right? There's not like a part 2.
I don't think so.
It didn't give. Like there was like 3 big, I guess, things that they talked about: Kendall situation, Leah and Andrea situation, and what else? Maybe like the Daniela, Kayla, and like that was all that was talked about. Like it wasn't anything too crazy. I thought it was gonna be like, like everybody's gonna be clocking this. I think it was funny that Janae pulled out receipts. She had like the whole papers, but like past that, I just feel like, I don't know, all of that, they could have sent that in a text. Ooh. They could have sent that in the email. Ooh. Like, you know what? Like, it was an hour and 20 minutes, and I just feel like, yeah, I could have found that in a TikTok. Like, literally everything in a TikTok or something.
I personally haven't watched the reunion, so yeah. I
just summed it up for you.
Yeah, I took away all of that. Honestly, I love, like, everybody who was on this season. I like when people don't kind of get too caught up in, like, the drama, and they're still, like, authentic to themselves, and, like, they don't tolerate certain stuff. Like, my favorites are definitely Serena and Cordell. I really love both of their personalities so much.
They even match, like, not even like intentionally. They unintentionally match, and it's so cute.
It's so cute. I just think their personalities work so well together. I also like Janae and Kenny a lot. They are so cute.
It's really Princess and the Frog.
Yes, they were very, very unexpected in my head. Like I really didn't think at first, like looks wise, like attractiveness wise, like obviously they go together, but like personality wise, I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know. Like Kenny's kind of quiet, but you know what? It really does. It does work, and like based off, I guess how they've been like seen out and like press and everything like that. Like I do really think they go together. So
yeah. No, y'all. Leah followed me on Instagram.
That's crazy.
I literally freaked out. Like she is like.
I'm so jealous. Like, did you see her birthday post?
No, because she is literally that girl. Honestly, I'm so glad that like PPG in general had so much love coming out of the villa, because they deserve nothing less. And honestly, I'm so happy for them. And I know they had talked about not like doing anything related to Love Island afterwards. Like I don't know if they had like any like some comments, or like that was like the reunion was the last thing. So I hope they just like have everything good going for them. Moving forward, and hope everything goes well for them.
I do want to say though, I do think like a lot of hate online has kind of gotten like really extreme, like people being mean to
I think it was just what's her name?
Who was
Andrea?
No. With the curls, the big curls, who live in, who was friends with Liv.
Kayla?
Yes, Kayla. I couldn't remember her name. Like people being mean to like Kayla about her situation with Aaron and stuff like that. Like I think that's too much. Or even like Kendall's situation, if you've seen it, like the backlash and attention that like that got. Like I don't know.
I just like a lot. I think people just like the parasocial relationship was just like super strong.
Intense.
Yeah, with the season. So everybody just felt like they could say and do whatever, and that's like just not the case.
Why are you doing that? Dude, the It Ends With Us drama? Somebody asked about the It Ends With Us drama and like our opinions on that, and like then we'll be done with all like the internet drama. There's been so much as of recent. I'm like, how can we not talk about this? So I'm gonna say my little tidbit. I am on Justin's side, point blank, period.
I think
Majority of the internet is. I used to love Blake Lively. Like, she was definitely one of my favorite, like, actresses. But I think as I've gotten older, I've kind of realized, like, as I'm sure y'all have seen online, like, she just plays herself in every movie. Like, literally besides, like, The Shallows, she has played herself.
Honestly, the movie kind of pissed me off because she just wasn't, the wardrobe,
The hair. It's not Barbenheimer. Like, this is not the same.
Barbenheimer?
Well, because it was like Barbie and Oppenheimer, and it's like Wolverine, and it ends with us. Like, I'm sorry, that's not the crossover that you're like
wanting it. Yeah, no.
It's
crazy.
Like, I think the casting, at first I was a little apprehensive. Like, I was like, oh no.
I think
even with Justin,
her.
but it was literally just her. Like, she was the issue.
Yeah. I just know her press team is like working overtime to like slander his name. Like, I just feel like you can go on his page and see like his Instagram bio and like all of his like content and stuff. Like, it's just not him as a character, and I think she's just pissed that nobody liked the way she acted and did everything in the movie. And I just think that, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
It's not looking great for Miss Blake. And I feel like more stuff is coming to the surface with like
her being rude.
Her interviews and her being rude or her being out of touch, and her and Ryan Reynolds being out of touch. And I'm like, I didn't know all of this, but now that I do, like.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy. And I just hope that if they're gonna continue to like make books into movies, they need to listen to the people, because that's what's gonna make the money be good, or make the movie be popular. Like, that's just what it's gonna make it be a good movie. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Somebody said, how did you guys get the nickname Ma when her name is Ella? Love you guys a lot. Oh, Bookie!
So basically, we've had Ella literally like most of our lifetime. Like, I don't remember a period of time where she wasn't there, but
Literally, I don't either.
when we had her at home, she actually had babies. She had 3, because we were literally like, the appointment to get our cats fixed was like within the next few months or something like that, and we had to keep the girl cats and the guy cats separated for a period of time. One day my mom comes home from work. Guess who's downstairs? Ella.
Ella is her government name.
Ella is her government name, and she was downstairs. Guess where the boy kitties are? Downstairs. And literally, a little while after that, she popped out 3 little babies.
So then, yeah, we just started calling her Ma.
Because she was a mother.
Yeah.
But we call her a whole bunch of things. Like,
Ma, Bookie, Sting,
Bubba. Like, the amount of things that we call her is not even funny.
Different.
It switches monthly.
She answers anyways.
So it really doesn't matter like what we call her. Y'all will hear all these different names in the background and be like, who are they talking to? It's most likely Ella. Like, if you have a pet or a small child, you understand.
Yeah. If you ever find a partner, will he or she be kept a secret?
I feel like for you, yeah, for a while. I could see yourself like wanting to share stuff online, but I feel like it's kind of nice having something to like yourself without judgment or like perception from the internet. So I definitely feel like that's what you plan on doing.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't even share my last relationship like that.
Yeah.
No, like not at all. So honestly, yeah, if I did, not say I am fully single right now, no, like nobody, but if I did, y'all, it would have to be genuinely like, for me to share it. Otherwise, just no. Because it's like, if you share something online, you open it for people to critique and criticize and state their opinions, whether you're asking for that or not. It's social media. Like, people can literally say whatever they want, and I can save myself the trouble if I don't want to have to deal with that.
Good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad. If I don't want to have to deal with that, I just don't have to share it. And I mean, that's the nice thing about it, is you definitely can pick and choose what you want to share.
Yeah.
So
I also feel like at the end of the day, with like both of our content, like I could never see, I don't know, in my head I don't ever see myself like developing into like a family channel long term, like
or like a relationship,
or a relationship channel.
If stuff ends, your audience could forever tie you to that person, even if things end. And so it's just like
I compare.
I'm definitely going to be cautious of what I decide to share, especially because people are so invested into like
Yes.
who the next person is gonna be. Maybe I don't want anybody to be. Maybe there is no next person.
Well,
it's just me and
I feel like on top of it too, even though like somebody could share all the good things in a relationship, right? And their relationship could be idolized, and then their partner's caught out of line or out of pocket or whatever it may be, and all of a sudden it's a 360.
Yeah,
so it just, our social media and our channels will be about like us and like our lives,
and
and
it's I mean,
you get a partner,
like,
they could be in it, but again, it's not about you.
like if I go on a date, oh my gosh, and I decide like, oh, I want to film it, like I'll film myself getting ready. I don't think I'd ever film a date like that. Yeah, that's just me. You never know how things are gonna end up, who that person is, especially if you're still getting to know somebody. Like, I just feel like it would be wrong of me to like make a video about it, and then let's say I learn something about their character. Like, I don't know, I just don't feel
can
like,
be messy.
yeah, I just don't know, me personally, I just don't know if that's for me, that is for me. But I just feel like I'm genuinely, y'all, I have had this conversation with that. I feel like I'm genuinely at a point where it's like, I don't want to date anybody. Like, I don't want to date anybody. I don't want to not really get to know anybody either, to be quite honest. Like, if it happens organically, it happens, you know? But at the same time, like, I'm just like,
which I think is good. Like, you have to be content with being alone. Like,
and for a while, I feel like I was saying that I was,
and I was like, no, you're not. I was like, no, you're
but
not.
I was trying to like convince myself, and I feel like genuinely now I'm at a point where like, I'm good, I'm straight. Like, I'm doing me, I'm experiencing stuff.
As you should.
I'm, you know, creating things that I want for myself and for my future, and that's just that. And I feel like, yeah, for a while I was like telling myself this, but I wasn't actively thinking or doing or saying like what I was saying. But no, I'm genuinely at a point now where I'm just like,
as you should. Like,
it's just me.
I think it's a must for every person. I was gonna say woman, but honestly, every person. Like, you need to be okay with being alone and being in your own. You need to like love yourself and love your company and enjoy your own company before you can extend that to somebody else and share that with somebody else. Like, I have friends who, you know, like Lexie, like say they're fine with being alone, and I personally just don't see it that way. Like, or I also have girl friends and acquaintances that also center men. Like, I just feel like I saw this girl talk about how you spend the most time literally inside your own head. Like, why not make it a safe space for you? Why not make it kind? Why not make it comfortable? Like, you're with you forever. You're not with everybody forever or somebody forever. Like, you truly never know. So yeah, I just feel like
that was so good.
You need to, that
was so good.
You need to be in your own, and you need to love your own.
Sometimes it can be hard to like believe that, because before, like,
I was not interested in guys in high school. Guys were not interested in me in high school. Like, I really did keep to myself.
So
like,
did I.
I just had zero interest in dating at all. I thought the idea of dating in high school was so beyond stupid. I thought it was a waste of my time. Until I met Devin, and I was like, wait, maybe. But even then, when I still started dating him, like, in early on, I was like, yeah, like, you're going to college, I'm not. Like, let me know when you plan on ending this, because don't waste my time. And like, I'll enjoy it now, but like, I knew like a breakup could be inevitable 4 years later. But like, nonetheless, like, I wasn't looking for something, and that's where something came. Like, you can't be hyper fixated on finding somebody, because you can, like, there's so many things you can go wrong with that. You can like force it almost, or you just also aren't meeting people because you're sitting here looking for people to meet. Like, it will come to you. You're also only 20, or like, even my friends they're only 21, they're only 20.
I get it,
whatever.
but I also just feel like, you know, like, especially the last like 2 years of college, everybody's looking to like get into a relationship. This is where
The
you're gonna be.
Aren't though. But
But I'm just saying, like, not saying that I couldn't relate before, but like, I can relate and I can see it from their eyes, because it's like, yeah, if everybody's around you is getting in a relationship, like, you might feel like maybe extra lonely or whatever. But I'm like, for me personally, I'm fine with, like, I'm good where I'm at. But I'm just saying, for others who aren't, it can be discouraging. Like, everybody else around you's in a relationship. Oh, do you want to do this? Oh, I'm with my boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, it can be hard. And obviously, you're at a point in your life where like, there's so many people around you. The community that you have in college, like the walkable things, that seeing everybody outside, like you're not gonna get that again once you're outside.
That's
of that.
why I'm saying, so enjoy it.
Yeah, so enjoy it, but I can see how it can be, you know, disheartening in a sense to like not have something.
But it's not normal.
Especially during like, what is it, boot up season? What is it called? What is it? Am I tripping?
It's probably that way.
Isn't it? What is it called?
I don't know.
But yeah, I think hopefully we fully answered that question.
I think we answered that pretty well.
Okay, I have another one. What is something that has become difficult as you continue to grow on social media?
I was just talking about this with Lexie, but it's kind of like, I guess honestly it really does depend on what phase of my cycle I'm in, because I'm literally supposed to get like my period soon, but I sometimes really struggle with like, not necessarily comparing myself to others, but I just kind of like, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I still gonna be relevant in a year? Like thinking just about like growth and like engagement and like things I can do to like be better and like continue sharing content that like people enjoy and relate to and all this other stuff. Like I really do get in my head, and I honestly like overwhelm myself so much that I get overstimulated by it, and it gets really hard because, you know, it sucks when you put so much time and effort into something and it's just not doing well.
Well,
or
I mean,
you strategize a certain way and like it doesn't work out. Like there's no blueprint. There's no you do X, Y, and Z today. There's no this is what you have to share. This is how you should share it. It's literally all about like being creative, and sometimes that can be kind of hard for me. And then I get sad about it, or
well, sometimes I too sometimes think like, oh my gosh, nobody literally cares what you're saying or talking about or doing. Like, why are you like posting? Like nobody cares. And so I get in my head like about stuff like that as well. But you just have to remember, like, there's also like it's that there's so much more, and like this could just be a period of time. And then like the thing is, like, we'll talk about stuff and like you'll do it and it does super well, and I'm like, oh my god, what'd I say? Like you just gotta get out. Like it's like just like in a rut, and it's like in your headspace, and you just gotta like
it is truly just a headspace
like
that I
you
like
just
get in.
yeah.
Because I tell Lexie like once a month that I'm like, yeah. And it's just hard. Like it really is hard, especially like being on your own. Like even like having management helps, but it's more so like deals, you know, like you still have to like self-strategize, and like depending on your stage of life, figuring out like what works for you, like
figuring out like what you want to share, what you don't want to share, like that. It's all
especially going like back to school. Like I try and be super consistent and post every day, but also like quantity doesn't equal quality, and so I'm just like, maybe I should take a step back and like focus on like more specifically like what I'm sharing, not how much. But people also like when people share stuff every day, so it's kind of just like this push and pull of like, where do I go? Like I kind of just feel like, I don't know, you know that game when there's like people and it's like two big rubber bands and you're kind of like,
you're like running.
Yeah, you're like running, and it's like I literally feel like this like inside of my head. I'm like, well, I could go like 80 million different directions with like what I want to do and what I've seen works for other people, and I just kind of get again overwhelmed and overstimulated with what do I do though, because what's gonna work best.
I'm not yawning at you. I'm yawning because I'm like
side-eye. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel with that sometimes.
I feel like for me, something that's difficult as you grow on social media, I feel like as the more you grow, the more, I guess, you have so many more voices who can say what they want. So I feel like in a sense it can be kind of scary to keep honestly sharing your life, because so many more people
are
watching and are open to say how they feel about it. And granted, like, you know, obviously people are following you for a reason. Maybe they love you, they love your content, they love your energy, whatever that may be. So you got to try to like think of the positive, but also like, you know, the more you grow, the more your videos hit like the For You page, and again, the more
they can be taken out of context or whatever.
The more opinions that could be said, which aren't always like good. Granted, I don't feel like I get a lot of hate by any means. I feel like I get some like constructive criticism. Like I posted a video straightening my hair and people are like, oh, do this, do this, do this. It could have turned out better. So in my head I'm like, oh dang, maybe people
really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. You know, sometimes when people do say stuff, or like, again, it's like relationship stuff. People always gotta say something. Like, that's the stuff that gets to me, because people think that they know me just based off of one person, and that's just like,
it's like the parasocial relationship. Sometimes like
with this, like, we share so much, people can think that they know you and they don't, and that means they can say whatever, do whatever, whether that's in person or online. And it's kind of like, it comes to a point where it's like, I don't know, you gotta set boundaries, because there are certain things you can't tolerate. Like, there have been people who have came up to Lexie and I and like been not very nice, or I don't know, been kind of weird, and like it's okay to like say no to, like, if somebody wants to take a picture, or like kind of get out of a conversation of people or making you uncomfortable, or saying things that like you shouldn't say to like a random person or a person you don't know. Like, it's just kind of weird sometimes. So it's like, I would never say that to somebody, so why are you saying that to me? Even if I did like really like them online or idolize them online or whatever, it just kind of, it's hard.
I feel like, especially for going out, when people are like having drinks or whatever, sometimes they can just get a sense of entitlement and just be like, oh my gosh, you're this, or literally just go up and be like, can I take a picture? And it's like, you don't even know like my name. It's just like, oh, somebody said you were this on TikTok. It's like, I don't like, it's not rude of me to be like, no, like I'm out with the girls, like I'm just trying to have a good time, like that's
like,
that. And they're like, no, like they're just expecting that you have to say yes.
Or like trying to leave somewhere, like, I don't know. There's just been certain instances where it's just like, we've never been rude about it by any means, but it's just kind of hard, and there's no way to like navigate that, because it's not necessarily like normal. Because by no means are like we celebrities, but it's just like, it's just different. Like, how do you like navigate that effectively without like being rude? Because I never want people to have like a negative perception of me, but I also don't want people to cross my boundaries and take advantage of, you know, that situation. So
yeah,
it's just kind of different.
Will you guys be at the Gymshark NYC lift event? We will. We'll be in class. So yeah, I feel really bad, because Anna and I were like thinking about it for a little bit. Literally, it's our first week back and this event is happening, and that's just
back in school.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks, because obviously we want to be there. Like, we've been working with Gymshark for a little while now, but it's just like such bad timing for us. Like, it's our senior year, and I'm afraid like there's game days, and like it's our first week back, and like literally our little sister is coming to the U. Like, there's so many things going on. I just feel like at a point, like, my priority, you guys always know our priority is school first, and so that's what we have to put. That's why we can't go. That's why we have to be here. And as much as it like sucks, because like obviously we would love to be there, we just want to make sure that, you know, if we were to go to an event, that we'd be 110% ready and be super excited and not stress about other factors going on in our life. So yeah, we will unfortunately not be there, but just know we'll be there in heart, and we hope everybody who goes has a really good time. There's so many cool people going, like y'all are gonna have a blast. I bet they're having so much going on. Gymshark always goes all crazy big. Yeah, we'll not be attending, unfortunately.
It's okay though. There's more opportunities.
Yeah. Also, our sweatshirts.
Well, my whole sweatset.
My sweatshirt is from Gymshark. So yeah. Honestly though, if you guys would still love to support us, code Learman. Wait, I can't spin. Code Learman at checkout. Yeah, they have a 20% student discount code. So use that as you will, okay? Because I be using the student discount codes when they have them. So yeah.
Get your coins.
Get your coin. Yeah. I know, like Whitney Simmons, she just became the creative director for the Adapt collection, and she recently, they like released some new colors, and it's so crazy cool. So go check it out if you haven't, because honestly I feel like Adapt and Everyday Seamless are favorites. So
go together real bad. Kind of bouncing off that question, somebody said that they noticed how we've been kind of like moving into not just fitness content, and asking like kind of how we feel about that, or like why we decided to make that change. And
I feel like that's kind of just been like a change that's happened gradually over time, not just
in a blip.
I just feel like we wanted to share more of our life, honestly. Like, again, there is so much more than fitness, but if you want your niche to be fitness, that's totally understandable. Like, if you're a creator, like, you can pick what you want to do, and I just feel like we were at a point where like there's so many other things that we could be sharing and doing,
and that we wanted to share,
and brands that we want to like work with. So we just didn't want to essentially put ourselves in a box and only allow certain opportunities that would fit to be in there. We just like, poof, we don't even need to be in a box. Like we can just post whatever we want to post. And so we started doing that. We were hesitant at first, obviously.
It's scary because I already felt like kind of established in the fitness space, and like, I don't know, stuff even now, so like sometimes doesn't perform as well as others, but like I just feel like in general the amount of opportunities that we even just had this summer alone, like rarely related to fitness, and I had so much fun. Like fitness is a big part of our lives, but it's not our entire life, and I know we've touched on this before, but like I also think in general, like I guess for me personally, fitness can be kind of toxic.
The fitness space can be,
it can really be toxic, and I also think brands can be, I think you can think that you're building a relationship, and like you can just learn stuff over time that like you're not okay with, and stuff that you weren't settled for, and like other people might not have a choice, but like me personally, I just feel like Lexie and I are always going to be authentic. We're always going to share what we can in our experiences with you, and just in general, like, you know, it comes to a time where I'm grown and I've matured from like when I was doing certain things, and now we're here and we're living our best life. So it's really up to you.
No, and I feel like if your audience, you know, if they love you and they got your back, they'll follow you with whatever you post. It's not like we completely stop posting fitness content. I definitely think I post a little bit more, but at the end of the day, like, we're still here. Like, there's so many things going on, and like obviously y'all show love to literally everything, so that's all that matters. But the switch didn't have anything to do with anyone personally. It genuinely had to do with what we wanted to share, and just like opening up doors for ourselves and things that we wanted to accomplish. So that, you know, entailed us to branch out and just share other forms of content. So a little bit of strategy, a little bit of just what we wanted to do, and it definitely is paying off, and it will continue to do so, I hope.
Someone said if you were to move, what state would you move to?
I don't talking about this.
I don't think I would necessarily, like, I mean, okay, so we were kind of talking about like Chicago.
Oh yeah, we were.
Because every time we've gone, it has been so pretty. It's kind of like in the middle. It's still in the Midwest. It's not too big, but it's not too small.
It kind of gives like a bigger Minneapolis.
Yeah, but like a smaller New York in a way. But I also like the idea of just like traveling out of the country. Like after coming back from Paris, like we haven't talked about this yet, but Lexie and I loved it.
We've loved Europe every single time we've been.
Every single time it just hits.
It's just like different energy, the fun, the social life, the
food is just better for you. The going out,
everything.
Like the culture, it's just so different from being here, and I think that's what Lexie and I love so much about it. I know certain places don't like tourists. Like I know Paris, they don't like tourists, but it was just, I had a great time.
We had a blast.
I just feel like if I were gonna like do something like that, unless I was moving like to a bigger city for a period of time, I would just like to travel in Europe for a period of time, or live somewhere for a period of time, because you're so young, and like if I have the financial opportunity to do so, sometimes in my head I'm just like, why not? Because I have the whole rest of my life to like settle down.
Exactly.
That's just my thoughts and opinions.
How does it feel to complete or most of your vision board? Okay, you guys, if you didn't watch our like vision board video, I suggest going back to it, because the amount of travel and experiences I had put on my vision board, like that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to experience stuff. I wanted to have personal development. I wanted to have like growth. I wanted to have financial stability and all these things. And it's just, it blows my mind how much like our vision boards came to life. Like genuinely, like picture for picture, I'm like, that happened. Didn't think that would happen. There are so many things that happen in the year's not even over.
No, or like even for me, like I put getting a car on my vision board, and I put like a little Tesla key in the Tesla, but like that's not even the car I necessarily had envisioned at the time, but like that's what I own now. And it's just crazy how you can manifest that stuff like into reality and like speak stuff like that into reality. Like, it was just so beyond unexpected, and we are so thankful. Obviously, there are certain things that you do that can, you know, like account to the things on your vision boards happening. Like, it didn't just happen because we put it on our vision board, but nonetheless, certain things just ended up working out a certain way, and it was just crazy because it's like, what is life? Like, how is this what we're doing? How is this an opportunity that we're getting? Like, we were at the Paris Olympics. Like, that's literally so crazy. Like, telling my friends and family that so casually is like insane, because like, who just casually going to the Paris Olympics?
Yeah,
Like,
that was like a once in a lifetime like opportunity.
It's just insane.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Okay, somebody asked, how are you guys coping with knowing you're going to be in your own spaces and apartments within the next year?
We're so excited.
I am so excited. We're actually going apartment hunting tomorrow. So obviously we're gonna vlog it and we're gonna bring y'all with us. Not gonna show everything, obviously, because I'm just safety first.
But I think we're both really excited because
It's just like new chapters into like adulthood.
Yes, and I also think like, because we're gonna be having our own spaces, but probably being in the same building, it's just gonna be fun because it's like, oh, we're doing dinner at my place or yours, or like
be ready come to mine at 6. I'll have dinner.
or like being able to like, I guess, just like kind of grow out of like the college space. Like, I think also like with sharing content, it's just like fun to advance and grow and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like fun to just adulthood, and the adulthood is adulting. So.
I'm excited to get out of the super expensive rent for little space area. I'm excited for that.
So one thing about colleges is they gonna make their bank. These apartment buildings are gonna make their bank.
No, I'm actually really excited. I just think it's a new chapter, and I'm super excited to like be able to decorate my own space.
I think we have a lot of stuff now, and then we're gonna have to like furnish our own apartment and be like, okay, so I have like clothes and random decor, but I have no furniture.
Yeah, but that's a part of it. Like,
I know it's adulting. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll be exciting to like be able to actually decorate, because we do have differences in style, and there's things.
I've already been adding stuff to like mine. Like, I like my Pinterest. I love Pinterest. One thing about me is I
send you videos of stuff. I just feel like, yeah, we definitely have differences in decorating. So I think it'll be exciting to actually be like, oh, if I want this there, I can stay there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
What's your favorite place you traveled this year? And one place you'd want to go?
I honestly probably would say my favorite place I've traveled is just Barcelona. Because we were there the longest. I like the vibes, I like the food, I like the culture, I like the infrastructure. I would love to go back. I think one place that I would like to travel to is probably Greece. I know it's basic.
I was literally gonna say that.
I know it's basic,
because the thing is, we were gonna go. I was gonna actually. We like did kind of like think about going for our birthday, but then Paris happened, and we just kind of wanted to be at home a little bit because college literally would start in like 3 weeks. Yeah, Greece would be insane.
Greece would be insane. I also want to go to Switzerland, but like in the winter.
Oh yeah.
In the winter. And honestly, like, I just want to go everywhere.
Same.
Like, I just want to experience everything.
I want to go to.
I want to go to like Tokyo.
I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Brazil.
Brazil would be so fun too.
Yeah, it would be. Somebody asked, do y'all ever share video content that the other uses as their own?
No, not really. I mean, sometimes we'll be like I use like cover photos on my Instagram or whatever, and somebody will be like, wait, that totally looks like Lexie, and I'm like, okay, so you like notice. I'm thinking that they wouldn't notice, but it's never like that. Like, it's never like, oh, that's like fully Lexie, and like, unless you know that's Lexie in my video, it's never like, oh, I'm portraying that as me, but it's Lexie. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I feel like we could film a video together and we'll edit it differently, but we'll both use it. But I think that's as far as it
it's
goes.
Gone, yeah.
And we're like both in the video.
Yeah, we won't be tripping y'all at that much. Somebody said, please help a girl out. What to wear in college? She starts soon. Also, like, if we have any tips.
I feel like
this is a good question. This is what I wanted.
But I feel like, okay, with this, I feel like it definitely depends on where you're going, because obviously if you're going to like the University of Miami, you're not gonna be wearing what you're wearing there here
in Minnesota.
Like, I feel like for us, it's very much like jeans and a nice cute top.
Or it's like a mini skirt and like a casual top. Like, that's really the capacity that it goes. Like, sometimes Lex and I posted in outfits or like game day outfits, and people are like, that's what you wear to game day, and I'm like, it's Minnesota.
It's Minnesota.
It's actually 15 degrees out. What are you wearing? Like,
but even then, so I feel like people, like, I don't know that many people that are actually wearing like heels and like a full-on dress like going out. I just feel like that's not like you can do that if you want to, but I just feel like that's not, I guess, like
the
vibes here. Like, if you're walking into any of the bars, like, it's normally like you can look nice, you can look presentable still wearing like a nice like jeans or whatever, but like it's never gonna be like, I wouldn't, like, even just like going out in Barcelona, like I was in like knee-high boots and like that just wasn't, that was there and that was fine, but here that's
or even when we went to the club in Paris, like we were in like heels and like skirts and stuff like that, and like we're super dressy, and that was super fun because that's like the standard there, but like here that's just not. I definitely feel like we've been trying to like advance our style. Like, I've been putting more effort into what I'm wearing out, even if it is just like jeans and a cute top. I'm like more particular about like the shoes and the purse and the top, like really just trying to like diversify what I'm wearing from like other people instead of making it like,
I'm trying to like just at least make myself like look put together, look grown, and like, but also like if I want to look good or like if I want to look sexy, like I still can, like while going out. So
I feel like I'm like putting more thought into my outfits though, is like what I was saying. Like, I'm like genuinely, I'm not just like buying like super casual or like cute tops or like skimpy tops or whatever. Like, I'm trying to like make them unique and be like, oh, I know nobody else has this top, or like they don't have it yet, but they hate to see me coming because they're gonna ask me where it's from type beat. Like, that's what I've been trying to do. Like, I don't know, I've just been loving Pinterest, so it's been giving me a lot of like inspo. But yeah, I feel like that's what I've been kind of trying to do, where like, oh, she's pretty, or she looks good, but her outfit also looks good. Like, it's not just like the body or who's wearing it or whatever. It's like an actual like fit, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been like trying to go for.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Mm-hmm. But as far as like tips for like being, I guess, a freshman, our little sister is gonna be a freshman this year. We're actually gonna help her move in next week, which you probably will see. But honestly, the biggest tip that I would be is like to put your best self forward when you're meeting people, because even if you're not going to be besties with them, I would just recommend being nice to everybody. It's nice to like, you know, see somebody out and be like, oh my gosh, hey, see someone in class, see someone on the way like to class or whatever it may be. It's just nice to like know people, and it kind of gives you a sense of security, because for most people it's like their first time out of their house, maybe in a big city or in a different state or whatever it may be. It's just comforting and endearing to kind of know that like everybody else around you is in the same position. So like, why would you be like mean? A lot of people are also anxious and stressed and, you know, not used to what's going on. But I just think like being nice and putting yourself out there, going to welcome week, going out, going to activities, like talking to people in class, getting people's Snapchats and numbers and It's just nice to like have those connections, because Lex and I didn't get the dorm experience, and it was one thing I was actually really sad about, because I knew I would have met so many people that like I probably didn't get to meet because I was in an apartment. And obviously I'm thankful for like the choice that we made and the experiences that we had, but like nonetheless, like that's the fun about being a freshman.
No, I will say, I kind of like, if you didn't know, like On and I are seniors this year, but technically like we're graduating a year early, and
So
I kind
we'll
of
be 21 when we graduate.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks to like miss out on an entire year of college, because like I look forward to like the social aspect of it so much. Like, I think it's so much fun, and honestly the really only thing that reminds me of that is like when I go out in Europe. Like, that's the only way it reminds me of Europe. But like honestly, Europe was a little bit more fun because like I can actually get like dressed up, but still like it just kind of sucks because I'm missing out on an entire year of games, an entire year of this. But also I just feel like I'm at a point in my life where like I'm already like, I feel accomplished with like the school that I've done, and know how much I've like worked hard to like get this far. So I'm like, I literally have 1 year left, and then if I want to go to Europe and I want to go party and live my life, then I can. But you know, like it also in my head, I just like sucks because I'm like, oh, I like missed out on
It's
a year.
bittersweet. Enjoy it, truly. We've been giving our little sister like a bunch of advice. And honestly, yeah, like that's just like truly just put yourself out there, meet people, market yourself. Like that's really just the best advice I could give. Don't take life too hardly. Don't take boys like so serious, because that's what they are still. They're still boys. I know people who are going to be seniors this year and they're still boys. They're not men. So just have your fun with it and make some girlfriends, have a good connection with them. Like you're not going to find your solid group right away, but just like meet people that you're comfortable with, that are nice, that are kind, that you can relate to, and I truly think that you'll be fine. Just find a good circle, have a good support system. And freshman year, as far as school goes, for the most part, is usually not too hard. So again, you know, do the random stuff on a Tuesday or Monday, because I have 8 a.m.s every single day now. It doesn't work like that when you're finishing up. So yeah, so the biggest advice I could honestly give is just be optimistic and put your best self forward.
Somebody said, are there influencers who are rude / ignore you before your fame and now trying to be your friend? Now they're trying to be your friend now? I wouldn't say, honestly, I wouldn't say there are any content creators that I would say have done that, but I will say there have been people in my personal life who acted a certain way after social media. And it's truly with everybody. Like, it's not a universal experience to us, but like just in general, the switch up kind of goes crazy. Or like, you wouldn't say or act this way if social media wasn't a thing. Not even like close friends now, obviously, but it was just like more so acquaintances that were being nice and reaching out and being more friendly, which like, again, I do appreciate, but like you wouldn't have done that without social media being in the picture. So, but that's just like kind of with everything. I don't take that too seriously unless like they were like rude to me in the past, I guess. Like there's a lot of people that I kind of know who do that, but like I honestly appreciate it, because like that means that they're like thinking of me or like seeing our stuff and like seeing how well we're doing. Like for the most part, I actually do really appreciate it. Somebody said, do you ever feel like people want to date you just because of your influencer fame?
I definitely think that's something you have to consider now.
Yeah.
Especially being here. Like I tell you, Lexie, all the time, you're not meeting your husband at a bar in Minnesota, at least not a college.
No, I know that. Yeah, no, it honestly scares me, because in my head I'm like, now like I don't like trust like people's like intentions like at all. I'm like, I don't know you, I don't know what you want, and like you say you want me, but like do you? Or do you just like the idea of me?
Yeah. Someone said current top 3 brand deals that haven't happened yet. That's a good one. Honestly, I think a really big goal, and I was thinking about this earlier, I feel like a really big goal for me for 21 is to be some sort of like model in like a big campaign. And I think that can be like one that I like truly like love and value, whether that's like makeup or like Lex and I were talking about like, oh, if we like modeled in like an Abercrombie campaign or
I was
something.
gonna say, I
like,
think it would be crazy to like do something with you, like if we were in like a commercial or something, or
that too. Like I think
I
we just
think
saw
if we
like
did something
Mackenzie and Malia. They were just
Sephora.
they were in a Sephora commercial. That was
Period.
so cool. Like love that for them.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. So I think something like along those lines, like I think would be like a really big goal that I have for myself. Because you guys just see like the partnerships online, but I think being like featured in something like a brand, like so specifically being like I want her or I want them. I think is. Like,
I think that's how I felt with Foot Locker and On. Like, it just like that was something I have never experienced before, working with a brand like that, and I'm so grateful to have like gotten to experience that, because that set my expectation for working with the brand like face to face, like up to here. Like I would love to be able to do something like that again. It was insane. I still think it's crazy that all happened, and so I would love to do something like that. I think it'd be fun, but I would love to do it with you.
Someone said story time of when I worked at the gas station. Did I ever tell them?
Yeah, you did.
About the flowers?
Okay. Yeah, you did.
That was probably the funniest one.
Yo, I literally had somebody walk into the gas station on gunpoint. Like they were held at gunpoint, and then the guy who had the gun literally stole that person's car, and he came in and he was like, that guy just had me at gunpoint and stole my car.
I would say
There's just crazy stories.
I think
another
another
guy
random.
who pooped his pants, and we wouldn't clean it up.
Yeah, that was above my pay grade. I'm not cleaning that up. I literally said out of order. Our coworker basically like committed a felony, and we didn't know. So there's like certain jobs that you do where like somebody stays at the register and you go off and you do, you
Like
know,
fill like the cooler
or
or
like
freezer.
do like other jobs that need to be done like before close. And basically she was doing lottery. Well, basically this person was doing lottery tickets, and it's illegal if you work, I guess in Minnesota, at a gas station to buy lottery tickets at the gas station that you work at. You have to go to a different one, but not even that. She wasn't buying them. She was stealing them and doing them, which
that
was so illegal.
Actually insane.
And it was a very large sum of money that got racked up of not only tickets that were taken, but also money that she
was making off of them.
money that this person was making off of them. And yeah, it was just kind of crazy because all of a sudden
We're like 17
we're like
getting questioned by the
like we
police.
couldn't even buy a lottery ticket. So like the fact that homegirl was like, I don't know.
That was like right when I started working there.
I know, it was very wild. But still to this day, that's like one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. Because it was the easiest and it was just like very low key.
I like
and
when,
we got to work together. Which also when you think about it is like not safe, but like
No.
it was
But
it was still fun.
Yeah. It was very much.
Besides that.
Yeah, we could just sit there and talk. Okay, I think that's all the questions for today, and we thank you guys for participating in we thank y'all for participating in our little twin talk. You know, hopefully it's like a gloomy, rainy day that y'all can watch this, or like Sunday resetting, you can listen to it like a podcast, whatever it may be. We hope we spill some tea a little bit. I will say we had a lot of the same questions. A lot of people were asking about like the Love Island reunion or post-grad stuff and like the apartment situation, X, Y, and Z. So also feel free to ask like multiple questions because a lot of people ask the same ones, if that makes sense. But we appreciate catching up with y'all. It's always a good time sitting down and recapping and chatting and catching up. So yeah, well, we'll see you guys in next week's vlog. We'll see you guys next week. Love y'all so much. Bye.
Bye.